Welcome back. You're still watching Network Africa on Channels Television. Now, Tunisia's interior minister has confirmed that its security forces have almost wiped out an Islamist militant group linked to Al-Qaeda during a crackdown launched after 2 deadly attacks on tourists. We understand the clashes last week killed leaders, including 2 veteran Algerian militants from Okba Ibn Nafar Brigade, blamed for an assault on the Bardo Museum in Tunis back in March. The North African country has come under growing international pressure to show it is in control of militants after a gunman also killed 38 holidaymakers at a beach hotel in Sousse last month. That's an attack claimed by the Islamic State group. Authorities say more than 3,000 Tunisians have left the country to fight for Islamic State and other militant groups on other battlefields. Still talking security, suspected Boko Haram militants launched an attack on the prison in southern Niger, town of Difa, late on Saturday. That was confirmed by military sources in an apparent bid to free fellow members of the Islamist group held there. 3 of the assailants and 1 soldier lost their lives before the attack was repelled. Boko Haram has also attacked the prison back in February, and that's a second military source who also confirmed that the attackers may have been residents of Difa, and that's because no one had seen them enter the town. Boko Haram has carried out a wave of deadly attacks in Nigeria, Chad, and Niger in recent weeks. The President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has sacked the Army, Navy, and Air Force chiefs, and the President is expected to announce their replacements soon. The sack of the heads of the Army, Air Force, and Navy has not come as a surprise, as the President has repeatedly criticized the military's inability to defeat the militants of the Boko Haram sect. After losing most of their territory earlier this year, the sect members have recently launched a series of deadly guerrilla attacks, killing more than 250 people in the process. Well, according to tweets on the page of the National Emergency Management Agency of Nigeria, that's NEMA, we understand that some of the Nigerian refugees who were displaced by the Boko Haram sect and the insurgency have returned home from Chad. Well, we're joined by Mr. Ibrahim Farinloye, who is right here in Lagos. He is an information officer for NEMA. Mr. Farinloye, thank you very much for your time on the program.
Good evening, sir, listeners and viewers.
Well, thank you. I'd just like to ask you more details on what we've seen on your Twitter page concerning the return of refugees to Nigeria.
Yes, we have about 516 returnees from Cameroon. It's from Cameroon, not Chad.
Okay.
They returned on Saturday, 11th of July, over the weekend.
Now, are they in good condition? What is the state of, how are these returnees, how are they doing at the moment?
Well, most of them are in good condition. However, they are still being taken care of by medical teams and various. They are passing through various treatments applicable in humanitarian principles. A lot of people who came back, we have between 0 and 5 years, we have 51 female. Between 6 and 12 years, we have 38. Between 13 and 17 years, we have 19 female. And from 18 and above, we have 87, making 195 females.
Now,
while males...
no, carry on.
Okay, the males under the ages of 5 years, we have 74. Between the age of 6 and 12, we have 42. Between the age of 13 and 17, we have 47. 18 years and above, we have 158. In total, we have 271 children and 245 adults altogether.
Now, I'd just like to ask you, what are your plans? What further plans do you have concerning what's going to happen with these refugees who have returned home, especially as regards the kind of care they'll get with the psychological trauma that they've obviously faced?
Yes. You know, the National Emergency Management Agency has organized various training for various stakeholders on psychosocial treatment for all the affected victims of insurgency. And aside from that, we have a standing agreement with Psychiatric Hospital in Maiduguri, who are deployed across the zone to carry out various both personal and society psychosocial treatment. So psychosocial treatment does not mean both trauma; it means trauma and other related trauma that everybody affected, both the caretakers, that's the emergency agencies and stakeholders, with the victims will be passing through various treatments so that they can live up to standard and recover faster than expected.
Mr. Farinleye, thank you so much for your updates, and thank you for filling us in on the latest concerning the refugees. We appreciate your time right here on Network Africa.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Mr. Ibrahim Farinleye is an information officer with the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. Well, still to come on Network Africa. Coalition airstrikes targeting Houthi military sites resume in the Yemeni capital, Sana'a. Details in just a moment.